up your brown book, baby. It's for you, it's for us, the fantasies. No one can judge us, no one can judge us. This is for us. Open up your brown book, baby. It's for you, it's for us. Open up your brown book, baby. Open up your brown book. Open up your brown book, baby. Look, open up your brown book, baby. It's for you, it's for us, the fantasies. No one can judge us, no one can judge us. This is for us. Open up your brown book, baby. It's for you.
Hey y'all, hey, it's your girl Shay Baby, and welcome back to another episode here at the Brown Book Series. It's Wednesday night at 7 o'clock. Y'all know what's up. Let your friends know to come on over here and play with us tonight because we have a wonderful show going on here at the Brown Book Series. We have, for the very first time here, y'all. She was supposed to make it to Raw last year. She's like, yeah, no, I ain't gonna be able to make it, but I got you next time. Give it up, ladies and gentlemen. Big Brown Book Series. Welcome to Terreece M Clarke.
Hey,
How are you, darling?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We really, really appreciate it.
I appreciate you having me. Thank you for having me on. I'm excited.
You excited, girl? We're excited too. We're gonna be real nice tonight. We're not gonna, act up because it's your first time here with us. So we want you to come back. Big ups to my Brown Book Series crew. Renata, what's up, baby? Hi, Casso.
Hey.
They had you in the chat. Mitzi, what's up? BBS crew in the house. That's right. Hey, y'all. Hey, Mama Tony Bonita. Good evening, Mama Tony. Mama Tony, I'm gonna act right tonight. I'm not gonna act up at all. I'm just gonna be on my best behavior.
Oh, you don't have to for me.
I was lying anyway, but I'm trying. JB Smooth, what's up, boo? Present and counted for. Yes, ma'am. Yes, you are. Veronica, good evening, ladies. Good evening, Veronica. How are you, darling? Good evening to everyone all joining in for it with us. What you say? Don't make promises you can't keep. Hey, JB, this her first time on here. Let me lie a little bit. Just a little bit. Hi, Jackie, how are you, darling? Checking in. Julie in the house. What's up, y'all? Hey, y'all. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. Miss Terreece is in the building. Listen, this is our first time here, so we're gonna do it just right. Why you telling that tall tell you? Oh, I'm a little tired tonight, y'all.
That's what happens. Family tell on you.
They be telling me. I'm telling you, that's that BBS crew, baby. They don't give a damn. They be like, honey, I'll be lying to that lady. Go ahead on and get this show started, honey. Go to break her on in so she know what to look for. So that's right. We have Terreece M Clarke, Amazon's best-selling author and journalist. Wonderful. Now, Terreece, first of all, the spelling of your name, girl, you know I'm from the country, so it threw me off.
It throws a lot of people off.
Is it Terreece or is it just Terreece or is
plain old Terreece? My mom decided, like our people do, to get a little creative, put a little spin on it. And then I got married and he added another E to my name with Clarke. So I keep saying I know when I've arrived is when people spell my name right on things and I don't have to go back and tell them to correct it. So
did I spell it right? Look.
You got it. So I'm feeling there. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you done arrived then, honey. I love it. I absolutely love it. Now, tell us a little bit about Miss Terreece Clarke. What is it like in a day in the life outside of the literary world? We're going to get into all your books and novels and your journalists and good stuff like that in a little bit. Mm-hmm. So what is it like being Amazon's best-selling author, Miss Terreece M Clarke?
Not as glamorous as you would think it would.
Everybody say that. What's what you author? Some glamour in y'all life.
Listen, you know what? I feel like that's why people are always throwing on tiaras and crowns and stuff on TikTok because the ordinary everyday stuff is hard and dirty and boring.
I'm sure dirty, that's for sure.
Definitely. But it's a joy though, to know that people have received the books so well and really enjoy them and find value and use in them. And it was not an original career that I had set out to do.
So what was your original career?
So being a journalist, being a freelance a writer. And I wrote a children's book in 2018, and that was a bestseller. And I was like, okay, well, this is cool. I'll continue the series. And that's where, an outside niche is going to be for me outside of journalism. But I had these characters in my head that wouldn't let me go. And so I just kind of wrote to, shut the voices up, basically. And I wrote in a little notebook, and I was like, okay, I'm just going to get it, these scenes out, and then it'll be nothing. And 6 notebooks later, I had a book.
You had a romance novel.
A romance novel.
Now let's back up a little bit. Now, yes. So coming up as a little girl and all that good stuff. Then did you know that you want to be a writer?
I knew I liked to write, but I did not know that was an actual career for someone like me, because I didn't see myself. It was one of those things where representation really wasn't there. So the idea of being a novel.
Wow, what from everybody? I'm from the South. There was Black people everywhere and all kinds of everything.
Yeah, well, when you saw on TV, I saw broadcast journalists who were Black. And I was like, okay, that's cool. I can, tell stories through that. But when you always hear the great American novel and things that are taught in school, nothing Black. I'm from Ohio, nothing Black.
Okay.
So
yeah, you had to come on down past that what's that Mason Dixon line, girl?
Right. So I just didn't. And then plus, I'm from, my family is working class background. So, it was drilled into us, get your education and then become a nurse or work in prisons, because people are always going to be sick and always going to go to jail. So like a creative background, or creative career was really not something that was placed in front of me or shown to me that it was even an option.
Right.
So no, this was not what I thought I was really originally going to do. But I've noticed, looking back, I see the path that I took was eventually going to lead me to writing fiction. Because I try to tell the stories that aren't always told, and amplify voices that people don't hear or see often enough. And so that showed up in my journalism, that showed up in my freelancing. And then I love romance novels. And as an adult, when I got back into it, that's when the characters started coming to me, because I'm like, I need to see more. I want to see, Black billionaires. I want to see sisters who are architects. I want to, you know what I mean? And so I essentially wrote the story I wanted to see, and I've been on my way ever since.
I love it. Renata wants to know, what part of Ohio?
Columbus, Seabuts. Now I'm originally from Toledo, but I've been in Columbus longer than I lived in Toledo now. So
yeah, my sister-in-law and all them from Toledo. We can understand all that. Yeah, we can. Yeah, we can understand all that. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. So you left the children's and said, listen, I don't want to play with y'all no more. I can go over here and play with these adults. Right? So we're gonna go
I still do a little bit. I got one coming out in partnership with someone, but it's definitely taking the back seat to the romance.
Yeah, we'll leave the children. This is not a kid-friendly show, so we'll leave them.
Right. That's for after you read the romance and you get into it, then you can have, then you have to buy some children's books.
Yeah, for the grandkids and for the little kids, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Now, with that though, because you romance and then you write children's book, you write under the same name, correct?
I do.
So do you ever wonder that, one of these little children might be looking for you and they pick up a book, a romance novel, because they see your name?
Not really. I mean, I write like young children's books. It's not like YA or anything. So we're talking like preschool to maybe like 7, 8 years old. So they're not really checking for me like that.
So you will never do
anything is their
YA?
parents. And I try to be careful because they invite me to schools. I'm like, okay, should your parents or your kids Google me, they're going to find my whole body of work. So everything from, normal journalism to spicy romance. And most of the time they're like, it's no big deal, whatever. And so because when I talk to kids, I talk, general, like, what's it like to be an author and how you make a book and, that kind of thing. So so far it works out, and I'm proud of the work that I do on both ends. And I can't imagine shoving it under another name. I want you to know I did it.
Okay, look, that girl said, "Honey, I'm an artist, and I'm about my shit, and you gonna see my name, baby, and all the lights on the school board, on the damn romance board, everywhere."
I'm waiting for somebody to pop up and have a problem with it, but so far so good. We'll see. My son's in a new school this year, so
I absolutely love it. Absolutely love that. So you're a freelance journalist.
Mm-hmm.
And is it with freelance? So like, what do you normally write about? Like, what's your niche?
I do a little bit of everything. Lately, I've just been really kind of one-offing it in the tech field. So I do a lot of interviews with CIOs and tech startups and that sort of thing. Mostly kind of like, slice of life. Why are you into this field? And, what's the future and that sort of thing. But honestly, like for the last at least 2 years, I've really just been focusing on putting out these books and exploring this new area. So yeah, it's exciting, and this is what's keeping me interested in writing and frustrating me and bringing me back again.
Welcome to romance, girl. Welcome to romance.
Girl, these characters be doing their own thing. I'm like, no, we have a plan.
Girl, listen, and you're fairly new to the whole romance, John. You have a few books. Just wait until, girl.
Yeah. I've been writing for 20 years, but I'm a baby author.
When it comes to that. Now let's talk a little bit. Let's get into the books. A courageous love series. That's a courageous love series, and it's 3 books in this series. So far, it's supposed to be 5, right? Because it follows the story of 5 young ladies.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
So let's go with the first 3 that's out right now. Let's talk about the series in the whole. Well, first of all, let's talk about the series in the whole, and then we'll go into each individual book.
Okay.
All right, so tell us a little bit about the whole series of A Courageous Love.
So the whole series centers around these, they're not all type A, but they're all very driven and focused Black women who have done well for themselves. And that love bit is kind of like that last piece. But it's not, the love doesn't complete them. The love is what kind of helps them become their whole selves. So when I talk about a courageous love, so often there are barriers and issues that we have with allowing ourselves to be soft and be vulnerable. We're used to being in these environments in which we're in charge, and you kind of have to keep certain barriers up. And so what I wanted to see is them being courageous enough to go after love when it's the kind of love that allows them to be their whole selves, so they can bring everything and be fully accepted. So they don't have to do, hold up those walls and everything. And a lot of their issue stems from these walls that they can't seem to let go of. But throw in a couple, alpha men with some nice words and big things.
They got some big things over there too, girl. So let's go with the first one, Heartbeat. Yes. And that's it's the enemies to lovers, romantic suspense. Is of course is part of the Courageous Love series. So tell us a little bit about Heartbeat.
So Heartbeat is my first baby. Yeah. And it tells the story of Maya, who's an architect from Columbus, whose life, she has everything that you can think you want: a successful career and, a decent guy, she thinks. And her life's going well until someone tries to kill her.
Yeah.
And so she
I
realized
was like, shit, Jay got real.
real quick.
Yeah.
Real quick. And so she realizes that she's no match for the person that's after her, and her best bet is to escape. So she heads off to this random little town in the mountains of Colorado, where she meets this detective that almost arrests her the first day that she arrives. And from there on, they've got this oil and vinegar irritation type of situation. But they find with each other that they keep being thrown together in these different circumstances, and they become, they learn to rely and depend on each other, and just develop this beautiful epic love in the middle of someone still trying to kill her. So yeah, it's epic. It's a thick book. She's a thickums.
Yeah.
But I still, it's my baby, and I put everything literally like kitchen sink
into this book.
Into that book.
Okay, now so you are an indie author, right? You're self. All right. So when you started to write this book, I'm like, okay, did you decide to go self-publishing, or did you try to do the whole traditionally published route? What was your journey like for that?
Yeah. So my children's book went traditionally published with a small publisher, and I found that there were things about the process that I wanted to be more a part of, that I wanted to have more of a kind of hands-on knowledge with.
Yeah.
And I also knew from talking to a couple of my author friends and a few agents that they were interested, but they really wanted to trim a lot from the book, and I didn't want to. So that was one of my primary drivers, and I really wanted to see the process from start to finish. I've been involved in other people's books being published and helping them to promote that sort of thing. And I thought it would be fun, and it is. I did not realize how much work it would be, but it's rewarding that you're doing it by your own hands.
Right.
And I just wanted to see if I could do it, see if I could do the process, see if my marketing background could really help. And it ended up doing really, really well. So I'm really proud of that. Now, will I keep doing it? I don't know. Well, one of my goals is to be traditionally published in romance. Again, it's the goal. It's something to say that I've done it. But there is a lot of day-to-day stuff that I would love to get rid of and let go. Let someone else do.
I totally understand. Listen, you ain't by yourself. Kim, what's up, baby? She's love the cover of Heartbeat. Yes. That's the first what I read from you. That color is everything. I was like, is there hair full of roses or something? Like,
yeah, I did that myself.
You did your graphics?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You're a marketing person, so
yeah. So that helped. That definitely helped. But I had an idea, and I wanted, again, I'm just, with your first book, you can be so creative and free and experiment and poke around and see what works and what doesn't work. And because you're self-published, if it doesn't work, you can go in and flip that file, and you know what I mean?
Delete.
It's really cool. There's no deadlines or expectations or anything. I knew I could get 100 people to buy it. Because I figured, 10% of like friends and family, you know what I mean? They'll buy it. They probably will never read it.
Yeah.
But
right. Yeah.
So that was my goal. I knew I could sell 100, and I was like, okay, well, we sold the pre-sale was over 100. I was like, oh, okay, well, now let's make a new goal. You know what I mean? And I just, it's really cool to be able to, like I said, experiment and then see how that affects and what works and what doesn't work and all that. So yeah, I'm digging it. I just need somebody else to fool around with these spreadsheets.
How about that? Okay. Vivian
The
Brooks said,
marketing stuff is just,
girl, I'd be like, I don't understand it, Jesus. Yes, thick and Vivian Brooks said it's a wonderful read. Yes, it is. JB, you go, girl, do your thing. That's right. You go, girl, you do your thing. Now, that is the first book.
yes.
Oh, yeah, they love your thought process. Yes, I love that too. Look at y'all. All right, so the first book was Heartbreak.
Yeah.
Heartbeat. I'm sorry, Heartbeat. Yes. The next one is Love Never.
Love Never. Now, I was not expecting to write this book.
Right. Okay. Hold on. Let me just be honest. Right.
Okay.
So there's just the 3 books in this series right now. It's gonna be 5.
Yes.
Heartbeat, all-time favorite. That's the cover. Love
yeah.
Love the cover. Yeah. It's all right. But that damn chaser, I was like, see. I love that. Okay, so I'm going, ahead of myself.
Right. That's okay. Yes. That's okay.
Yes. Love Never. Tell us about this book.
So Love Never is a novella, and I had no intentions on writing it. I was working on Chaser. And again, these characters kind of slid in and said, hey, you should probably write about us. But the thing is Love Never is the story of Maya, who's the character in the first book's parents.
Yeah.
And if you've read the first book, you know that their story is not very clean cut. There's some kind of tragedy and longing there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but romance novels, like one of the cardinal rules is it has to have a happily ever after.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there like, why would I write this? This is, this is not going to end well. I turn things over in my mind while I'm doing other things, specifically while I'm showering. And I was taking a shower and the whole story came to me. And I got out the shower and I'm telling my husband about it, and I'm bawling, just boo-hooing, telling him all that happens in this story. And he's like, comforting me and everything. But he's like, it's your story. Why are you crying? I was like, because it's breaking my heart. And he was like, but you wrote it. I was like, I know, I'm breaking my own heart. Can you just go along with me on this? And so once the whole story kind of came together, I was like, oh, that's beautiful. Okay, I have to write it.
She's like, oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah. It sounds weird to some, but it's like the characters sit inside my head. And whether it's because I see it mostly movie style. So I see scenes in my head as they happen, with the action and everything. But it drops in me, it sits in me. And I'll ask questions like, why would someone do this? And well, I don't know if that quite fits, so I do consciously maneuver the story. But it unfolds in my head like I'm watching a movie, and I'm like, okay, this is either great or or it needs work or whatever. But once it shows itself enough, I have to write it down. So
that makes sense. That totally makes sense. Okay, so Love Never follows the parents.
Yes,
of mine,
and they've had so Elise has she wants to travel the world, and her thing is to see every sunrise and sunset in all 50 states in every country. So she has this goal that she came up with when she was like 9 years old. And she is getting ready to transfer flights when someone mentions this great little mountain town that has this artist colony. And she's like, okay, well, why not? She's a free spirit. She's going to blow it off. But this is the end of her college days. She's done with, grad school. And so she's getting ready to start as an assistant professor at the Ohio State University.
Ohio State.
Where she meets this hot biker. at a payphone outside of the airport. And so she has 96 hours in her before her next flight, and they fall in love and have this amazing 96 hours. And so it tells the story of those moments and then what happens some years after.
Okay. Love
And it
it.
does
Okay.
end in a happily ever after, but kind of differently.
Yes. Oh, Renata. The Ohio State, honey. That's what I'm talking about. Midnight X Book Bars in the building. What's up, Midnight? Hey, girl. Hey. Let's see here. Oh yeah, Kim, you would love to do that. Love that goal. I would love to do that. Sunrises are beautiful. Yes, they are.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they are. Different states. Yeah. Doing things in just different states are good too. Me and my husband, we got this thing where we go to a football game to every state. So we want to go see like every team and yeah.
Yeah.
Here. Love it. All right. So the last one of this series is Chase.
Yes.
Chaser. Now, this is a billionaire, love or friends with benefits, romantic suspense.
Yes.
So romantic suspense, that's your thing.
It is for right now. Okay. Will I ever do like rom-com or monster romance? Who knows? But Maya's story came as it did. And I like a little danger. I like some suspense. Will I ever write an ordinary love story? Maybe, but I feel like, if someone's not in danger, we're really not doing anything.
Sound like Iris Bowling, yo. You tripping?
I like to put people through. I want the drama. I want the heat. I think maybe that's the, watching the stories with my granny in me. Years of folks dying and coming back and disappearing and car accidents and shooting and this and that. So that shows up in my work. But
I say love take you through, but love is a struggle, ain't it?
Right. And we watch people. I feel like if I want to see ordinary people in love doing ordinary things, I'll look at Facebook. I don't care about you going to Applebee's. That's awesome for you. But
you still got Applebee's?
I don't have a problem with Applebee's. I love Applebee's, but I don't want to read a story about it. I want excess. I
want billionaires, baby.
I want women that fly planes. I want, drive, and I say drive-bys, but not like, but I want drama. You know what I'm saying? I want that bedside sitting where there's someone laying in bed and you don't know if they're going to make it or not. And you're waiting for them to wake up and people are like, you should go home and rest. And they're like, no, I'll never leave. You know what I mean? If I don't get that, I just feel like there's something missing. So for now, that's where I'm living.
Okay, girl, I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? I am absolutely with it. I think they're with it too in the chat. Ooh. She wants the drama, y'all. She loving the drama.
I like
Midnight
the drama.
She's in intimacy. Midnight says she's intrigued. I'm intrigued.
All right now.
Midnight is intrigued with the drama. So you're only gonna do it for so Chaser. So who does this follow?
Chaser follows Maya's best friend, Shayla. Shayla is an old money Black billionaire. So all she knows is this life. And she's not too keen on it because of, various dramas and responsibilities that come with it. She wants to be her own person. And she's had really, really bad luck with relationships, 3 former fiancés. So she's really over it. She's not into it. She has what I say a charcuterie board of lovers. So why does she need to settle down? And that's where she lives. She's got a great life. She flies. She's a pilot. She jumps out of airplanes. She loves parachuting. Her life is full and she's not missing anything, she thinks. But when her friend Maya gets in trouble here and she runs off to Colorado, it weighs on Shayla, and she decides, let me go check up on my girl, and runs into this black cowboy who's got a certain thing about him. But he's the type of man who wants a relationship. And she's like, we can be friends with benefits, but I don't do relationships. And so, but he lets her know pretty much you all that. And if I get a taste, I ain't gonna be able to let you go. So they decide, yes. So they decide to be friends. But that never works. That never works. So, getting to know each other and being friendly and the flirting and everything, until finally one of them breaks and then is on from there. And then, of course, throw in some killer rodeo clowns.
Yeah, again. Yeah. I was just like, you in this killing thing. I absolutely love it. Well, whenever we have a legend step in, we always, we stop for a moment. Mm-hmm. Give honor where honor is due. So, ladies and gentlemen, please, in the chat, New York Times USA Today's best-selling romance author, award winner, Miss Brenda Jackson is checking.
Oh my gosh!
Did you almost just choke on your water?
Yeah. Oh my goodness!
Oh Lord!
I'm gonna be cool.
You gonna be cool? Be cool. So, hello, woosah, woosah, woosah.
I am not gonna bust out crying. We're gonna be real cool. We're not gonna embarrass ourselves at all.
Thank you for coming through, Auntie. She has come through and show her love, make sure I'm behaving, and she's constantly looking for new authors to read, and so every time we get somebody debuting or someone's new or someone that we like, oh, you gonna like this, she jumps on like, I want to hear what's going on. So thank you for stopping by. Yes, the legend. Oh Lord. She been crying.
I know. I'm a big dork, man. I try to keep it cool and everything, but no, it's all on my face.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We'll get you off the screen until you messing up my interview.
Stop.
My interview. And of course, they say hey to you in the chat, Auntie. They all saying hey to you in the chat. Now, so that's what Chaser is all about. This, this whole series is real cute. Why are you only doing 5? Is 5 the number for you for this series, and why only 5 books?
I'm doing 5 because 1, 5 is my favorite number. And 2, I kind of feel like there are times when series can go too long. And they get a little kind of stale. And so I don't want that to happen. I'm open to like revisiting, and there's definitely going to be some like offshoots, like little novellas and Kindlevellas. Kane from Heartbeat is getting a little novella.
Okay.
Which he wasn't supposed to. Because he doesn't speak really. So it's kind of hard to do a book with somebody who doesn't talk.
Well, he gonna speak to you while you're in the shower, so that's all that matters.
Right. So he explained to me his story and how, even though he's a man of few words, how he got his girl, which is interesting. He writes letters. So I thought that was amazing. So we're going to explore that. But 5 is a good number. 5 gets you all of Maya's girlfriends and a new friend that she you see her briefly pop up in these 2 books, the 2 main books. But her story is second chance romance after losing her husband. So it's juicy.
All right.
It's got teeth.
Now her husband passed. She didn't kill him or nothing, right? Like,
oh no. He was killed, but she didn't do it.
Okay. I know it's something right there. Terreece, author's moments. What's your most urgent priority for the rest of the year, both in the literary world and in your personal life?
Oh goodness. literary wise, finishing the last 2 books in the series.
Okay. So you're
Um,
gonna have those finished this year?
yes.
Okay.
Yes, I want to end the year with ending the series. I'm kind of sad to let it go, but it's time. And there's another series that's waiting for me.
Okay.
So that's the main thing, and connecting with readers. So I'm like, what, 2 or 3 stops in my book tour. And I've got 2 more left for the summer season. Nothing lined up in fall, which is good because I need to write, but we'll see. So those are the 2 things for that. And in my personal life, keeping all these balls in the air. I'm a mom, I'm a wife. I got 3 babies, 1 in college, 2 in high school. And my husband, actually, we just got the news today that he's on the transplant list for a new kidney. So we're kind of navigating.
That's great news, though.
It is fantastic news.
Yes, that's awesome.
News. He's been ill for the last 2 years. So, and he's a very active, get up and go guy. So this has been hard on him, and it's hard to watch him go through it. So
Right.
this is definitely great news.
That is awesome news, and he's going to be perfectly fine. We're going to send great vibes in the air for him. Yes, much prayers up for him. And it's going to be perfect. Now tell him when he get this new kidney now, don't be out here acting crazy. You know what I'm saying? You know he new now.
Right. Everything fresh. Yeah.
Everything fresh. Yeah. So don't get fresh like that now. So don't get fresh like that. Absolutely. All right, cool. Author's moments and being a novelist. What did you learn a little too late?
Oh, that's a good question. What did I learn a little too late?
Yeah, I did good this time. I didn't even, since you were new to the Brown Book series, I didn't even ask you who you want to sleep with. You know what I'm saying? We have a real interview. Now, when you come back,
I was gonna say for my books, all of them. Same time if need be.
See, I'm up here trying to be a good Christian on here right now. You know what I'm saying? And trying to keep it. I was just playing. Well, next time.
What did I learn a little too late? Get out of my own head.
Yeah.
That's what took my second book so long, was this taking the success of the first book and turning it into a problem. So a bit of, imposter syndrome. What if I'm, a one-trick pony? Can I do it again? That kind of thing. Really slowed down the creative process and took a lot of the fun out of it. So I had to really work hard to kind of get out of my own head and stop turning wonderful things into a problem.
Yeah, girl, it ain't all that bad. Quit killing folks. Hell.
No, and if it's a bad book, just do another one. I mean,
Hey, when you self-publish, you can do that. You're not held to any deadline. Exactly. You can do just that. Auntie Brittany Jackson says, Terreece, your books sound interesting. Congratulations. She got it's the word, not the autocorrect on her phone.
Yeah. I always autocorrect to Terreece.
Yes, autocorrect on the phone. So she said your book sound interesting. Congratulations.
Brittany Jackson knows I exist on this earth. I don't care what you call me. I will be perfectly honest.
I absolutely love it. Mister, yes, they're saying great, awesome news. They're talking about your husband. Thank God. Yes. Definitely that. Mama Tony, JB Smooth, love healing to your hubby. Yes, Midnight Ace, continued prayers for hubby. Exactly. Honey, he'll be just fine, honey. He gonna be so fresh, honey. We're gonna be able to tell him nothing in a little bit.
I know. I'm excited. The only bummer is now he has to stay within 2 hours of the hospital, for if they calling. So he can't go on the tour with me when I go out of state. But whatever. Yeah. I'll see him when I get back.
Oh yeah, then too,
stay here.
Yeah, then too, if he's away and they call, it's just the hustle bustle and trying to get back and the stress of it all. And you're gonna be stressed out enough when he gets the call, because wherever you are, you're gonna have to dip.
Exactly, immediately. We've already talked about what we're gonna put in our bags. The bags are gonna be sitting, in the closet right by the door. So we're getting it together because we're believing.
You got your to-go bag, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
Gotta move it.
I got one of the bags too, girl. Mine's called a whole bag though, but we'll talk about that later. Okay, so author's moment.
Yes.
I already know this answer, but what are you most grateful for right now in this moment?
In this moment, being here right now, just being present in this moment with, folks who love books. And it's you when you do this, you don't, at least I didn't go into it expecting, like I said, I had no expectations. I had a goal to sell 100 books. And so everything that comes to me, everyone who takes the time to read, who sends me an email or hits me up on TikTok at 2:00 in the morning going, what the hell is happening? I can't believe you've done this.
Yeah, I think that too. Like, what the hell did she do? Why for?
I appreciate it all. A good and bad. I read all my reviews, even the ones that are not awesome. I come from a journalism background, so that kind of it doesn't hit me like I think it hits a lot of new authors because I'm used to like critique and criticism. So I look at it for what it is. If I can get something out of it, great. If not, it's opinion. Every book's not for everybody, and that's cool. But for right now in this moment, I'm grateful to be here right now in this moment.
I also love it. Author's moments. If you could have tea with one fictional character of yours, who would it be and why? Yeah, yours.
Mine. It would have to be with Mike from the first book.
Okay.
Because he's modeled after Jason Momoa.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a problem with Jason Momoa. I got problems. I got Jason Momoa coloring book. I got problems. So yeah, it would be him. It would be super.
That thing gets that now. I don't even know what I'm saying.
Okay. Dork like I am right now.
Love it. Author's moments. If you could sit down with your 15-year-old self, what would you tell
her? That she matters. That she's beautiful and has value. There's nothing wrong with her. She's just a Black girl in a white school.
You too?
Yeah. And that she is more powerful than she realizes. So keep saying yes and keep doing things. Awesome. I think me at 15 was an adventurous, open, curious girl. And along the way, I kind of lost that. And so I would tell her to keep going. Keep going.
I love it. Awesome sauce. Awesome sauce. Terreece, now, we know you loving your name. You was like, yeah, it is what it is. It is. Just if somebody said, girl, give me another one, what would your pen name be?
Oh, something lyrical, like something with alliteration, like a January Jones or Carol Clark, or something double lettered, something cool, or even like I would probably use the name I used to give dudes back in high school when I was pretending I was older than I was, which is Topaz.
I can see Topaz on you.
Little Topaz.
I like that.
So if y'all see with Topaz, y'all know what happened.
Right. Hey, Topaz. I like that. That January Jones though hit.
Yeah, right. I love playing with that. I love alliteration and same letter type things. So yeah.
Oh, nice. I like that. All right, cool. It's January Jones. Cute. All right, love it. Let's see here. Author's moments. What is one thing that you are amazingly good at?
Besides writing?
besides writing?
That's not like me bragging. Like that is my thing.
No. You're a journalist. You know, it is what it is.
Yeah, right. So, besides writing something I'm amazingly good at, that's still kind of along the same lines. Like I can tell, I can predict like where stories are going to go. Like I'm watching episodes of things and I know what's going to happen. But that's still like storytelling. Something else that might be a little more cool. Ooh, party planning.
Okay.
I plan the bomb party. Like
Yeah.
we have a good time, theme, costume, or color scheme, or whatever. So yeah, I'm really good at that. I love doing my poor babies. Sometimes they get a birthday party whether they want it or not.
I love
Like I
it.
gotta say, this is what we're doing.
This is what we're doing. It don't matter. Let's go.
Like
I'm
you like
doing it.
like you like pink. Everything's about to be pink.
Oh Lord,
everything.
I would be sick, Jesus. All right. On these moments. What's something that you tried that you'll never try again?
PG version, right?
It's not.
Something that I tried that I would never try again. That is a really good question because I'll try just about everything once.
Me too. I know I tell people don't knock it till you try it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh goodness, I don't want to take forever. What was something that I tried that I would never try again?
Yeah,
Mad Dog 2020.
Baby. That damn Mad Dog.
I just feel like that was a mistake of epic proportions.
Listen, that I'm cool with Mad Dog. It's this. What is it called? It was Cisco.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God.
Yeah. I don't even, like I said, I don't even drink anymore, but I still have flashbacks. Somebody brings it up like,
yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you on that. Yeah, at first I thought it was gonna be gin for me when I first had gin. I'm like, I don't like this, but then I switched the brand. I'm like, okay, I like the same thing they got going on. Yeah, the brand makes the difference. That is absolutely right on that. Let's see what they saying up in the chat. Yeah, they love it. And we're back to I love Topaz. It fits. Yeah, it really, really does. Let me see
maybe I'll do some erotica under Topaz.
Yeah, right. Listen, you should.
Something Topaz would do.
I think Topaz will do it. I love it. Brother Jackson said you have the great attitude about your reviews. Yes, you do. Because honey, we got you in the crosshairs now. Okay. Autumn Notes for a pen name. Autumn Notes. Ooh. Connie. I've been calling Connie Kim on that. Connie. I like that.
I like that. That's pretty.
That is pretty.
That sounds like, nice, fluffy, cozy romance when no one's like getting kidnapped.
Or something like really like, I don't know. Like what's the
or maybe even a rock star series.
Like a Love Jones kind of.
Yeah. It feels jazzy. It feels smoky club. It feels Yeah, it feels spoken word and snaps. I like it.
I like it, love it. Mama Tony said, try anything once. Twice if you like
it. Girl, yes.
She said it was Brass Monkey for her. The Brass Monkey. Is that a drink?
I only know the songs. I'm assuming it's a drink.
Girl, I'm saying Missy says Mad Dog 2020. Listen, Mad Dog 2020. It tastes like a mad dog. I'm telling you.
It's a whole problem.
Yes, it's a whole problem. That damn Cisco, I said I couldn't even. No, and I tried anything twice. Even the first time I'd be like, let me see.
Right.
Like what they did with the gin. Like Shay, this type tastes a little different than this type. Try this. Try it with grapefruit instead of orange juice. I'm like, I like grapefruit juice. Let me try it. And I was like, okay, you're right about it.
Right.
But Cisco?
No.
Nope. Terreece, dead or alive,
Right.
if you were hosting a dinner party and could
Right.
invite 5 people from any era, who would it be?
Prince,
Mm,
Toni Morrison, Jason Momoa,
of course.
the man that plays Victor Newman on Young and the Restless.
Baby, when I tell you,
I just feel like he is just such an interesting dude. Like, I just want to I don't know. I just feel like that conversation, would be amazing.
it is. And when he sat down at the piano, him and Aretha Franklin, I already loved him anyway because he was Victor Newman. But when I'm looking at him and he's sitting down at the piano, him and Aretha at her house, and they just like the best of friends. I was like,
stop it. I gotta go look that up. I've never seen that.
Go look it up, girl.
Stop. Okay,
I
see?
fell in love with him all over again. I love Victor. I love Victor more than I love Sonny Corinthos, and I love me some Sonny. Victor is just beautiful.
Yes. Eric Braeden. That's right. That's
Eric Braeden. Yes. Thanks, Renata. Eric Braeden. You got to hug him. Wait a minute.
Stop it. Did he smell good?
Did he smell good? Look.
I bet he smelled expensive.
He do. He look expensive. Some guy told me that one time. You look expensive. I said, I am.
You cannot afford this, friend.
And you can't afford this. You could, though. Well, I ain't want to. JB Smooth, she's back talking about pink champagne for you. Pink champagne is something you ain't gonna try no more. It's over with. Missy said you had to spank the bottle before you drank Mad Dog. Baby, that dog got loose and gonna start biting people.
That was a wild, weird night and bad next day. And
you woke up mad. Auntie Brenda says Victor Newman is the man. So Renata said he does smell good.
See, I mean, how could he not? How could he not?
And who came up with those names? Whoever came up with the soap opera names are just the guys. How you got Victor Newman? You got Erica Kane, Adam Chandler. You know what I'm saying? Like those names was just like, oh my God, Corinthos.
What was Stephanie? Not Stephanie. I always laugh at the names though on Bold and the Beautiful, like Thorn and Ridge.
Yeah. I did too.
Those are heavy peen related.
They were
with Sally Spectra. I mean,
that's right. So wait, we need one more? So we had Prince, Jason Moore, Toni Morrison, and we got hung up on Victor Newman.
Right. One more. Dumas. He wrote Count of Monte Cristo and actually, you know what? No, not him. I want to talk to Whoopi Goldberg. I think she's awesome. And she has such a just interesting perspective on life, and she's lived and the work that she's done. That woman carries every movie she's in. And I just don't think she gets enough credit for that.
She does, yeah. Was she like the first African-American EGOT?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Whoopi is the truth. I absolutely love it.
Plus she did Star Trek, and that's amazing.
Now listen, Star Trek is amazing, baby. I can't nobody Star Trek is amazing. This has brought us to the end of our interview. We have one question left.
Okay.
So before we ask our last question, I want you to tell everything, all things Terreece M Clarke, where they can go, your website, your social media handles, and where can they go and pick up the Courageous Love series.
All right. So all things me, my website is my name, TerreeceClarke.com. You can find me most often on Twitter, or not Twitter, I'm sorry, TikTok, and Facebook. So all my handles are at Terreece, that's TERREECE, and you can buy the books everywhere, including, of course, Amazon. They're in KU right now. I'm not sure how long they're going to stay once the final book is out. So if you want to get it now. And And I think that's it. Oh, and I'm doing a book tour. I'm going out places like this Saturday. I'll be in Groveport, Ohio. And then next Saturday, I'm in Anaheim, California for the Steamy Lit conference. Yeah, that's what we're doing. So hit me up. I'm everywhere. And I do read all my messages. So if you got something you enjoy or don't enjoy, go ahead and hit me up. I'd love to hear from you.
If you don't enjoy it, we don't want to hear that shit.
You know, sometimes though, I have gotten feedback that was really, really good. That was helpful. So I was like, oh, okay, I dig that. It was
when it's helpful, and that's what sometimes I don't like. I mean, reviews is fine, but sometimes even when people review your stuff, when it goes from being like constructive criticism to being like borderline bullying. Yeah, and I'll be like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I never
of those.
I never liked the grading system.
Drives my husband crazy.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I never liked the grading system. I mean, some people give like A, B, C, D, and whatever. I'm like, this person put their heart on, you know, like thoughts and writing this book. And just because you know, they ain't found love and upset with the world, you'll give them a D. Like,
and you get those vibes from some reviews, you know, and it's just like, all right, well, poor you. You'll be all right. Go get you something, you know.
Like, this a damn
get your back blown out, you'll be all right.
You'll be just fine.
But when some of the triggers that I didn't recognize as triggers, you know, someone reached out about those. I was like, okay, I get that. Thank you for letting me know, you know, and I was able to update those. I never want anyone to come away from a bad experience because something took them off guard, you know, and hurt them, you know. I don't, that's not, I'd rather you just not read the book, honestly.
Everything hurting these people these days. Everything.
I did have somebody get mad about the triggers. They read them, then read the book, and was still mad about them, even though they knew they were coming. That was all right. I thought that was different.
All this is different.
All right, you be all right.
You'll be just fine, sweet muffin. Let's see here. Before we ask this last question, let's go to the chat. Oh yeah, yes, ma'am. I'm being nice. Yes, ma'am. I'll be nice. Let's see. Renata says you were so good today. I know I was.
I believe she will come back. I definitely will. This was fun. This was fun. This was wild and anything.
The auntie was on here telling me to be nice. I'm gonna be nice. I was nice. I did real good. Let's see what they said. Reader has to take some responsibility. Yeah, when they be, you know what I'm saying? They just doing too much. Not everything. They are everything. They get everything. Everything's just mad. Thank you. It's been great. Now, let me get out here before I get in trouble. Last but Terreece.
Yes.
Last question.
Okay.
If you were writing a book about your life, what would the title be?
Prince song, Joy and Repetition. That's my jam, and I think it works.
Joy and Repetition.
Mm-hmm. It's off of the graffiti bridge soundtrack.
Yeah, that's cool. We love it. We love it. Okay, that's what's up. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a round, a warm applause to Amazon's bestselling author and journalist, Ms. Terreece M Clarke. Terreece, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We really, really appreciate
you for having me. I loved it. This was fun.
Thank you. And for everyone, make sure you go pick up everything. Terreece M Clarke, Love, Courageous, a Courageous Love. I'm gonna change name and stuff. Terreece is out now. There's 3 books in, so make sure you catch up before she gets the other 2 out for the rest of the year. And we appreciate you. Go to her website and go to her book tour. And then, you know, she'll tell us their run. You know what I'm saying? Try to get on her list and things. You know, she's all top bestseller and things. Make sure you check out Brown Book Series. Go to our website so you can see who all coming up for the rest of the month. And September, we got some great interviews coming up. We will see you guys next week, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right? Love y'all. Be good. Most of all, stay positive. Almost second.
This is for us. Open up your brown book, baby. Open up your brown book, baby. Open up your brown book.